We are going to make an Earl Grey infused vodka. It's pretty much the simplest thing in the world to do. We've got about a third of a cup of Earl Grey. It's a little less than an inch in the jar. You really don't have to measure too terribly much. We've got about 800 milliliters. It's about 3 cups of mid-grade vodka. You're going to be just filling it with tea. You don't want the cheap stuff, but don't spring for really expensive vodka either. We want a mid-grade vodka. What we want, the alcohol is just going to pull the volatile compounds out of the tea. The two main things we're looking for is the bergamot oil. The vodka is going to be better for that than hot water. The thing that we want to avoid too much of is going to be tannins and tannic acid. A lot of recipes you're going to find are going to call for less tea, more time, and a little bit less vodka. So they'll say, 750 milliliters. Because we're adding the amount of tea that we're adding, we're expecting some of that to get soaked up. So if you want a bottle of Earl Grey vodka, we're going to go with 800. It's literally just pouring tea into a jar, then taking the vodka, pouring it into the same jar, we're going to get a really nice color. You don't even need this video. You could have figured this out. So we're going to give this about 20 or 30 minutes. Like I said, a lot of other recipes are going to call for 2 to 4 hours. I find those recipes to be murky and bitter. What we're trying to avoid is murkiness and bitterness. So we're optimizing for flavor, we're optimizing for clarity, we're drying out those volatile compounds quickly. It takes a little more tea. Honestly, if you're on a budget, just drink the vodka by itself. Don't worry about the tea. It's going to take a little longer. It's going to cost a little more. We'll see you in 20 to 30 minutes. Welcome back. All right, so I've grabbed a few other things. We're going to need a strainer. We're going to need a funnel for funneling. Probably not going to need that. We're going to need a glass for tasting, and we're going to need a cool bottle to put it in. You're also going to need a cork of some kind, which I forgot to get. All right. So, let's see how we did. You don't need to worry about getting every last drop out because you listened to what I said and didn't use expensive vodka. So that's good enough. We can throw that over here. We can use the rest. Okay, so let's give it a try. So like I said, we wanted to extract those volatile compounds. We wanted that bergamot oil. Looking at this, this is pretty much exactly what we wanted. We got that nice amber color. It looks like tea. We didn't wait too long, so we didn't start pulling out that sediment. So we've got that nice clarity. Let's give it a try. Yeah, that is right on the edge of being oversteep, but we're not there. It tastes like tea you might have left in a little too long, and that's exactly what we want. You're probably not going to be drinking this neat. You're going to be mixing this with cocktails, maybe a little Irish cream, maybe a little bit of milk, lemon. Yeah, that's exactly what we want. So the last thing we do is we pour it into our very cool bottle. And it's going to show up as less than what you're going to have because we did multiple takes and I drank a lot of the product. So that's what we've got. That nice amber color, that nice clarity. That's what we're looking for. All right, we'll see you next time. It's going to be 3 to 5 extra tea bags. Impress your friends. They're going to be like, homie's got a tea budget. Let's try it. What we want to avoid is for
Just kidding.
All right, ready?